Привет всем! This is the lesson number 2 of Russian language course. In the previous lesson, we talked about the basic rules and norms of Russian pronunciation. If you haven't watched it yet, please do so. Today we'll be talking about Russian nouns gender, personal and possessive pronouns. Before we start with the grammar part, let's have a little introduction to our today's topic in the example of this dialogue. Please listen to the text carefully, but you don't have to understand it all right now. We will get back to it very soon at the end of this lesson. Привет, я Виктор. Я студент. Это моя комната. Это мой стол. Это моя книга. А это моя тетрадь. Это моя семья. Кто это? Это мой папа. Он бизнесмен. Это его машина. А это кто? Это моя мама. Она доктор. Это ее кабинет. Это твоя сестра? Да, это моя сестра. Она студентка. Это ее университет. Это твой дядя? Нет, это мой брат. Он механик. Это его дом. Чья это ручка? О, это моя ручка. Спасибо. In this dialogue, we've seen examples of using nouns and pronouns in Russian sentences. Now let's dive in to our grammar part. First of all, what is a noun in Russian? So generally speaking, a noun, имя существительное, is a part of a speech that indicates an object or a thing and answers the questions кто, что. Russian nouns refer to one of the three grammatical genders, rod. So we have masculine, feminine, and neuter. We know that in English, male figures are masculine and female figures are feminine, and neuter nouns refer to things and objects that do not have a gender. In Russian, it's a little bit different. The gender of a noun in Russian, as we said earlier, is a grammatical gender. That is why even non-living things can be masculine or feminine. And of course, there are certain rules that can help us to define whether the noun is masculine, feminine, or neuter. To make it easier, let's divide our rules by frequency into three parts. The basic rules to determine the gender of nouns are very simple. Let's start with masculine. So most of the nouns ending in consonant letter, or «е» и краткое, are masculine. For example, город, стол, музей. Remember, the word coffee is also masculine. Let me explain. At the beginning of the 18th century, when coffee was brought into Russia and popularized by Russian Tsar Peter I, or Pyotr I, the word coffee was spelled coffee with i краткое at the end. Later, the spelling was changed into coffee, but the grammatical gender remained the same. Now you know why coffee is masculine. Feminine nouns. Most of the nouns ending in a or я are feminine. For example, комната, машина, семья. And neuter nouns. So most of the nouns ending in letters o, ye, yo are neuter. For example, небо, море, ружье. The noun's ending is not always the indicator of its gender, because sometimes masculine, feminine, and neuter nouns can have very similar endings. Now keep that in mind and have a look at these nouns. Can you tell me which column each of them should go to? If your answer was like this, you are absolutely right. The word papa, even though it has the ending a, similar to feminine nouns, is masculine because papa, dad, is a male figure. Madame ends with a consonant, just like masculine nouns do. But we know that madame, madam, is a female figure. Имя, name, has the feminine ending ya, but it's neuter. And this is the case when you just have to memorize it. These kind of nouns are rather exceptions. Let's find out more about them. We know that the endings a, ya are feminine endings, but masculine and neuter nouns can also have them. So a group of masculine nouns denoting male persons have the endings a, ya. For example, папа, дядя, юноша. Nouns of common gender also have the endings a, ya. Nouns of common gender are nouns that can be both masculine and feminine, depending on the context. For example, Соня, растяпа, умница. We can use these nouns referring to a guy or to a girl. Он умница. Она умница. Он Соня. Она Соня. And there are 12 neuter nouns that have the ending ya. There is a noun дитя, which is neuter, and 11 nouns ending with mя. Nouns ending with a soft sign. Both masculine and feminine nouns can have the ending мягкий знак, soft sign. But honestly, it is hard to determine the gender of nouns with this ending, even for Russians sometimes, because there are no certain rules and criteria to make it clear whether it is masculine or feminine. So most of the time you'll need to memorize the gender of nouns ending in мягкий знак. But, nevertheless, there are several groups of masculine and feminine nouns ending with soft sign that can be easily determined. Let's start with masculine nouns that have the ending мягкий знак. Masculine nouns are, first, all the nouns that have the endings тель, арь, учитель, словарь, предприниматель. By the way, names of professions are always masculine too. Second, names of months. Январь, апрель, июль, etc. And third, nouns that denote persons. Зять, вождь, вратарь, and animals. Зверь, медведь, лебедь. In the following cases, nouns with the ending мягкий знак are always feminine. First, if nouns have the endings ч, ж, ш, щ plus мягкий знак. Ночь, молодежь, мышь, вещь. Here, the soft sign doesn't make any changes in the sound and pronunciation of these words. Rather, it plays only a grammatical role. Second, nouns with the ending ость. Смелость, трусость, кость, новость. Third, feminine nouns are nouns with the endings ov, at, ad, zin. For example, кровь, кровать, тетрадь, жизнь. Geographical names. The gender of geographical names can be defined by their generic words. For example, Everest is a feminine noun because Everest is the name of a mountain. So mountain, which is gora in Russian, is its generic word. You know that gora is feminine noun, so it means all the names of mountains are feminine. In the same way, we know that Toronto, is masculine because it's a city, город. Missouri is feminine because it's a river, река. Or if you want to say the state of Missouri, then it is masculine because in Russian, штат is masculine. The names of lakes are neuter because in Russian, lake, озеро is neuter. You got the idea. Okay, let's put everything into a table and quickly go through the rules one more time. Masculine nouns. Nouns ending with a consonant or «е» и краткое. The word coffee. Male persons with the endings «а», «я». Names of professions. Male persons ending with a soft sign. Names of most animals ending with a soft sign. Names of months. Words that have the endings «ар», «тель». Words «путь», «гость». Names of cities, regions, and states. Feminine nouns. Nouns with the endings «а» and «я». The words madame, miss, Mrs. Female persons ending with a soft sign. Names of some animals that end with a soft sign. Nouns with the endings ch, ж, ш, щ, ость, ов, ать, адь, зинь. Names of capitals, countries, republics, mountains, and rivers. Nouns of common gender with the endings a, ya can be both masculine and feminine depending on the context. Neuter nouns. Nouns with the endings o, ye, yo. The word дитя and 11 words with the ending mya. Also, names of countries, lakes, and seas. One of the best ways to memorize nouns gender in Russian is to memorize them in pairs with pronouns and adjectives. Он мой папа, она моя мама, красивая машина, сильный человек. Pronoun plus noun combinations are simple and effective method when it comes to memorizing nouns gender. They contain prompts to remind you the regular endings of genders. And when you memorize a noun in this combination, it will be easier to remember it later, especially if the noun is exception. Он мой папа, она моя кровать, оно мое имя. Sometimes these sentences don't seem to make any sense at all, and they don't have to. It's just a grammatical exercise. Concentrate on this. Now let's find out about personal and possessive pronouns a little bit more. Let's start with the personal pronouns. Я, I. It is not always capital like in English. Ты, you. Addressing one person in an informal way. Он, he. Она, she. Оно, it. Мы, we. Вы, you. Addressing one person in a formal way or addressing a group of people. Они, they. Possessive pronouns are used to indicate ownership. Each personal pronoun has a related possessive form. So, я – personal pronoun, мой – possessive pronoun, ты – твой, он – его, она – ее, and so on. Possessive pronouns agree in gender, number, and case with nouns. So if the noun is masculine, стол, then the pronoun we use with this noun also needs to be in its masculine form, мой стол. If we have a feminine noun, we need a feminine pronoun, книга, твоя книга. In English, there are two types of possessive pronouns, my, mine, your, yours, etc. And we can say, this is my chair, or this chair is mine. In Russian, there is only one type of possessive pronouns for both cases. Это мой стул or этот стул мой. Possessive pronouns answer the questions чей, чья, чье, чьи. Whose pen is this? Чья это ручка? This is my pen. Это моя ручка. In Russian, all nouns, according to their genders, can be replaced with their respective pronouns. Masculine – он, feminine – она, neuter – оно, это ручка, она моя. Here the pronoun она is replacing the feminine noun ручка. So because the noun ручка is feminine, we've replaced it by a feminine pronoun она. If we translate it into English, we will have this is a pen, it is mine. Or literally, this pen, she, mine. Some more examples. Это стол, он мой. Это зеркало, оно мое. Это Анна, она моя сестра. Great! We have learned about the genders of nouns and pronouns. And now it's time to get back to our dialogue and read it once again. Pay attention to the use of nouns and pronouns in Russian sentences.
Привет, я Виктор. Я студент. Это моя комната. Это мой стол. Это моя книга. А это моя тетрадь. Это моя семья. Кто это? Это мой папа. Он бизнесмен. Это его машина. А это кто? Это моя мама. Она доктор. Это ее кабинет. Это твоя сестра? Да, это моя сестра. Она студентка. Это ее университет. Это твой дядя? Нет, это мой брат. Он механик. Это его дом. Чья это ручка? О, это моя ручка. Спасибо.